Alrighty, guys, I'm Morthadon, and I'm bringing you Steins Gate episode 9. So before you guys skip to the video, if you don't listen to this part, just so you know, the format is changing. So what happened was pretty much every single one of my Steins Gate videos got cut or struck by YouTube's auto striker majiggy. So that sucks. And so what I started doing for my Boruto is I started taking the middle part of my videos, the part where I'm actually reacting to the episode, and I just take that whole bit, I don't change anything about it, and I move it over to Vimeo, and then I give you guys a link. So you hear me talking about the last episode, you'll have me talking about the current episode all in this YouTube video here. But when it gets to the point where I'm done talking about the last episode, I'm about to start the current one, so episode 9, you're gonna get a Vimeo link, I'll let you know to go down and click it, and then you'll watch the Vimeo, you'll watch the link to the episode, and then you'll come back here, and you can hear my review, my thoughts, and everything for the rest of the episode. So that being said, I won't go into too much detail. Hopefully that's not too difficult. But what is going to happen is we're going to talk about last episode. So in episode 8, it was a very emotional episode. We had Okabe going into the alternate timeline with Kurisu still alive, but Mayuri dead, and he kind of got to see the aftermath of her death and how it affected everyone, and he kind of learned a little bit about how it affected him, because I guess if I understand it correctly, he made the decision to stay in that world because Kurisu came in and told him that she loved him. And so he decided that he wasn't gonna save Mayuri. And that's why he was so depressed for the longest time. And then that's why Kurisu tried to stop herself from doing that. Because she saw how it affected him and she'd rather give herself up instead of him, instead of, having him. Which, it's pretty crazy to be honest. It's a tough decision. I don't even know how anyone could even make that kind of decision, and I hope I never have to in my entire life. So yeah, it was there was a lot of things that happened in the episode. A lot of it was just a lot of talking, made you feel bad. They had the kiss at the end before she hit the button and sent him back, and he discovered something. Which, even after going through the recording, granted I didn't try very hard because I didn't want to try to analyze everything. I wanted my reaction to be the reaction, I guess, if that makes any sense. I wanted... So, I didn't catch, at the end of the episode, he realized something. Or at least it seemed like he realized something, and I could have analyzed all the little, because it flashed to a bunch of different scenes, and then it showed him again, thinking, and I could have looked back at those scenes and tried to piece together what he figured out, but I think he might have figured out what he has to do in these next few episodes, what he has to do to try to fix the original world line or something, but, I never figured it out. Even while editing, I rewatched it, kind of. I didn't pay super close attention still, and so I never figured it out. So we'll hopefully find that out. Other than that, I don't think there's too much more to talk about before we just move on to this next episode. I think, that scene at the end is something I already mentioned, was when, she sent the D-mail back, so that was her running to tell, Okabe that she loved him. And, sorry, I have, a hair on my nose, and it's making it really frickin' itchy. But the, What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, her running back to tell Okabe that she loved him was like one of her big regrets that she tried to fix. So that was that ending scene, I believe. Uh, and so I think I understand that whole episode now. It took me a little bit of like thinking afterwards to try to really understand what that last scene was about. I talked to my friend a little bit, and I think I pieced it together. I believe one of you guys in the comments explained it a bit too, which helped out as well. But yeah, so should definitely jump right into this episode, I think. So what's going to happen is, right now, you guys are going to go down into the description below. Right at the top of the description, there should be something that says, click here to see the highlights. And it should be a Vimeo link. So you follow that Vimeo link, you should be directed right to the video, and you can watch it, and then you can come right back here to the episode. So go ahead, click the Vimeo link below, and then come back here afterwards to hear my recap of the episode and my thoughts and predictions and all that. Alrighty. Alright, and now we're gonna start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so he should be just getting back into the normal world line now, right? Yep. So why is he in the hospital? Okay, good. She's alive. Maho's there. So he just collapsed, I guess? Okay, so he got brought back. I'm guessing... Okay. Sorry, full-lengthers? You're gonna see me messing with my nose. I don't know why. It's so... I've got like a hair or something. It's so friggin' itchy. Hoping that I can get it... Hoping I can get the itchiness to go away for the rest of the episode, so only you full-lengthers will see that shit and not the normal YouTube. Do. No. So I wonder what's gonna happen this episode. Hopefully we learn more about what he discovered. Friggin' nose. Alright. So I guess he passed out when he got the call that sent him to the other world. Oh, so the Amadeus. Yeah, so this is probably the original world line? Jeez. Interesting. So her room was broken into and there was an explosion? somewhere, the Wacko, whatever that was. I don't remember what that place was. She's sick too? Is that just a coincidence, or... Encephalitis, Yeah, that's kind of weird. Friggin' soulmate. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. I actually have no idea what it is, so maybe it is. Who knows? Oh. Shit. What? How? What? Whoa. He just popped up with the doctor now? He's not, like, losing time, is he? No? Alright, he didn't freak out, so I'm guessing that was just a weird little jump. Hmm. Guess that's an easy way to explain it, especially when the girl in the hospital, said something about a dream, too. Alright, so where are we gonna go from here? Of course they have bananas. Always with the bananas. Oh, you're not intruding. Just stay here. Does she have her own little emotes that look like her? That's fantastic. Oh, she's so serious, but her fucking antisocialness is adorable. He has a little emote for himself too. I don't know if they showed those before, but I just noticed that. That's great. I love it. Damn, man. You saved this world line. Although I feel like it's not gonna happen without the time travel. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so she's nice and safe. That's good. Does she realize that he went to another world line? I like how there's just a glitching time machine on their roof. Why's she acting all shadowy? Yeah, so she figured something out. By the way, I've known the whole time that was on the roof. I've seen it before. Oh god. Wait, what? Shit just got real, guys. Huh. But that brings up an interesting controversy. I'll try to remember to talk about that afterwards. Oh shit. Hmm. So she wants to bring him back. Jesus. She had to have missed, right? Yeah, of course. But Jesus, that was close. That wasn't just an out of direction. Jesus Christ, man. I don't even know what I was saying before. Damn. You know? It's a really hard decision. Jeez. Damn. She's not thinking rationally. Imagine if she just shot him in the face right now. That'd be horrible. Sorry, I made a joke during this emotional scene. Feels bad, though. Okabe's a badass, though. He just fearlessly got shot at and didn't even, like, shake. He's just like, what are you gonna do? Is that Curse's voice? Yeah. It's getting right down to business. However, there's this one. Hmm. Sorry about that, guys. I missed the name of it because I sneezed. Shit. I suddenly just got, like, really stuffy and feel like I need to sneeze again, though. What the hell? Hmm. True. He's working through it. Did he figure something out? Hmm. So he thinks Okabe will take charge and fix shit. Ah, I'd love to see that again. That is a good idea. Hmm. So this time in the past doesn't have the technology to charge up the batteries or whatever, or however it needs to be fueled. Sorry guys, I feel like my reaction has been lackluster to this episode, but there's just been a lot of talking and working through things, like a lot of like theory crafting sort of stuff. It's just a lot of information that needs to sink in. She is a messy individual, isn't she? She doesn't even realize how messy she is. Hmm. So is that an excuse he's giving her, or an actual thing he's looking for? That it's a very pinky, purpley screen-ish. Oh, that was an abrupt ending. Alrighty, guys. Damn. We'll see if there's any after credit stuff that happens. That was a really abrupt ending, man. I felt like I was spacing out for a lot of that. Like, I was just reading a lot. Like, man. Yeah, I really like this song now. Hmm. I was just thinking about something I want to talk about. Let's see here. And that's it. Alrighty. Alright, guys. So that is it for episode 9. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I tried to. So. I feel like I didn't talk much during that reaction, and I know I said some things, but I feel like I mostly took in information, like, just came flooding in. I didn't really have much to say, but let's get into talking about it a bit. So, one of the things I just thought of right at the end, like during the credits, I thought to myself, it's always bugged me how, what's her name? Kaguri, or whatever it is, looks like Kurisu. And I just, even though it's probably pretty obvious because of their looks, but I was just thinking about, there must be some kind of connection that they're gonna reveal to us later on, aren't they? With Kaguri, Mayuri, and Kurisu. Because it seems like whatever world line Mayuri lives in, Kurisu dies. And whatever world line Kurisu lives in, Mayuri dies. So it seems like somehow they're connected where, like, maybe some kind of paradox is stopping them from, maybe some kind of paradox or something like that is preventing one of them from living past a certain point in history. And I wonder if it has to do with Kaguri or something. Or if somehow Kaguri is Kurisu. I've still been bouncing that theory around, but I don't know how that would work. Why she'd be going by a different name. But maybe that was the problem, was the whole, like, so, I guess to think of it this way is, if Kaguri is Kurisu, and say, like, Kaguri came back to the past and took the identity of Kurisu, because it looks so similar, you know? And then she died because if she didn't, she was gonna meet Mayuri. And then the one time she does come back to the lab, and, or the times that she comes back to the lab and meets Mayuri, Mayuri dies instead. I don't think it's gonna be something like that, because Kurisu died before she met Mayuri, if I'm not mistaken, in the original show. So you would think that Kurisu would have died because she met Mayuri if it was some kind of paradox thing. But I don't know. That was just something I was kind of thinking. It's just a wild theory that like popped into my head that I want to talk about. I'm probably completely off. I'm sure they all have some kind of connection together, since, like, Mayuri is, like, Kurisu's foster mom from the future. Sorry. No. Sorry. Don't yell at me. Mayuri is Kaguri's foster, mom from the future. So I was thinking, like, somehow all three of them are tied together, and at least one of them is, like, fated to die in every single world line, it seems. So I don't know. I just kind of threw that theory together. But to talk more about what actually happened in the episode, so it doesn't seem like he lost much time when Okabe came back to the original world line. I'm guessing what happened was he got the phone call while that happened, and then he passed out. They brought him to the hospital, and then he woke up, that day or something, or maybe the next day, if anything, and he was already back from the other world line. So I don't think he lost any time, or much time at all anyway. And they did a lot of kind of discovery stuff. He was trying to figure out the company that the American, or the Western territories are using to which, I guess, who they got attacked by, I'm guessing, is what they tried to figure out. And he was piecing together everything. Unfortunately, he said a company name, and I'm not sure if that's going to play a big part later on, but I missed it. I'm sure I'll see it while I'm editing, but I actually sneezed and looked away from the camera for a few seconds, so I completely missed it. My bad, guys. Unfortunately, you can't help it when you sneeze, and it's hard to rewind while you're recording. It looks bad when you're doing the playback and everything. But I'll see it again when I'm editing, so I'll have that. I'll try to remember it when I see it, or I'll try to look out for it. So I'm not really sure. I kind of like got really confused during that whole line of like that whole thought process. So I don't know if there's some kind of realization that I missed, or if we just got like some more information. And then we had the really emotional scene with Suzuha, who's kind of breaking down a bit. She thinks that the earthquakes are a sign of Russia's testing on time machines is what causes the earthquakes, and this is just like the beginning to World War III. She's kind of panicking, so she's trying to force Okabe to go back to the past to try to change things, but Okabe doesn't want to, because if he does, he's gonna have to relive, you know, Mayuri or Kurisu's death over and over and over again, because one of them seems to always die. Which can kind of understand from both sides, because we had that really sad moment with Suzuha, where she talked about her mom and how she watched her get mowed down with machine guns and stuff, and like that's gotta be messed up. So she's seen some shit, Okabe's seen some shit, which we know, and they're both just trying to do what they can with what they have, and you know, both of them are completely understandable. Now, do I think that she needed to shoot Okabe if Daru didn't come in and talk her down a bit? No, but you know, people overreact in times of stress and emotion, and it's completely reasonable that, you know, that kind of thing would happen. But yeah, it's a very packed episode of talking. I liked the theory crafting he was doing with like the fake Kurisu, how she was still kind of there with him in a sense, helping him out. I thought that was really cool. It, like, every time I see her though, makes me sad that she's dead, and I really hope that somehow she comes back, even though I don't think she's going to. But if he did like happen to jump world lines again and find one that's like perfect, that'd be really cool. Like the Paradise, you know? The Paradise world line where everyone's alive, no World War III happens, you know, everything's fine and dandy. Would be really cool. But, you know, it was still a really cool moment seeing them work together the way they did. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say about this episode. There was something I wanted to talk about more, and now I'm not gonna remember it. Alright. Oh, fuck. I said it. Oh, it was a controversy. It was. I guess it was about whether or not when Suzuha said, "Is this world line a different one, or is it the same?" Which is a very interesting viewpoint to have, because when you think about it, how can I word this? If you have the knowledge that the world lines can change so much, I guess if you're not the one jumping to the different world lines, but you know that someone does do it, you never know if this is the older world line or this is the, you know, it's a hard thing to grasp, and I understand where Suzuha came with that, like, but wouldn't it be very different? I don't know, but would you know it's different? It's very hard to think that way, but it's super interesting to me because that's something that just breaks my brain. It's like, you know, because everything leading up to that point would seem normal, but you know about the time travel, or you know about like the world line changes, and it's so weird. But yeah, I love that kind of thing. I guess I didn't have any kind of like revelation. I just went over the point that was already made. But it's just a very interesting controversy that I want to talk about briefly. Unfortunately, I'm no genius when it comes to this stuff, so you might be able to piece together that kind of thing into better words than I can, but unfortunately, that's the best I got. I have no idea. It would just be strange, honestly. Because if someone came up to me and told me, without any prior knowledge, that this entire world line that I'm living in is fake, I'd probably think the person's crazy, honestly. Depending on the presentation, I guess. Obviously, if someone in, like, crappy clothes comes up to you and says it, you're just gonna assume they're homeless and nutso or something, but, if, like, someone comes up in a lab coat and, like, tells you, you might be like, so what am I supposed to do with that? But if you find out that the whole world line you're going in is not, like, the main one, I guess they're all main ones, though, technically. They all branch off and go their own way. It's just some of them seem to end in a really shitty spot and others don't, and they're trying to make their world line the one that doesn't end shitty and bloody, It's very interesting. I love the whole time travel aspect. I've always loved time travel in shows. It's always blown my mind and made me, like, really think about paradoxes, like how, I guess, what was it, Ghost Kurisu said it. She said, there's no way that they get their hands on the time machine that's on the roof, because if they discovered time machines using something that came from the future, it would create a paradox, which makes sense. But I wonder, is that why he went to go look for Kurisu's notes? Did he think that since they weren't looking for that, since that wouldn't work, the backup alternative is Kurisu's notes, or Kurisu herself, which is why they targeted Amadeus? Was that his realization, maybe? But yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It's very, very interesting stuff, though. I think that pretty much covers it for most of the stuff that happened in the episode that I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys are alright with the new Vimeo format. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on fixing all of the episodes that got taken down. The problem is I can only upload a certain amount to Vimeo a week. So what I have to do is I'll probably do 2 to 3 extra episodes coming back every week. So I'll have the normal ones, I'll have this one on Mondays, and then my Boruto on Thursday, and then I'll try to bring back struck episodes with the new Vimeo system, randomly throughout the week, and try to get everything back up, have nothing struck, so, you guys, if anybody's, like, missed some episodes, you'll be able to go back and see those episodes, and see my reaction to them. Because I know when I watch some reaction channels, some of the shows got struck, or some of the episodes in the shows got struck in their, like, shows that the YouTuber did, like, a year ago, and they never fix it, and that's always been, like, like, I'll miss one really good episode. I guess the best example is, I think it's episode 10 or 11 of the first season of My Hero, when, I guess, I don't want to spoil anything from My Hero, but for those of you that know around that episode, you know which episode I'm talking about. It's a really, like, intense moment, and it's really fun to watch people's reactions to it. But I watched this guy's reaction series. I watched all the episodes up to it, except that one episode was struck, and I was like, really? This is like the build-up to the one episode I wanted, and it was struck. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to get all of those fixed so you guys are able to watch every single episode. Hopefully you're okay with this new format. Unfortunately, the alternative is that I try a few more times, and if the episodes, like, I try to edit out the parts that got struck, and if the episodes still get struck, then I just give up, because if you get too many, I believe your account gets banned. If you get too many strikes uploading, like, the same video, you know? I'm not 100% on how that all works, but yeah, or I'll just keep cutting out parts of the video until there's just no reaction left. It's just like a 2-minute clip of what happens in the video. It'd be ridiculous. But hopefully this works out for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the new system. This is how it'll be from now on. And I will see you guys in the next one. If you like what you see in, go ahead and smack that subscribe button. If you don't, that's fine. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!